Toy Fair is over, and in 2025, you best be prepared. Your wallet's going to be hurting. While I personally didn't get to go to Toy Fair this year, don't worry, I have you covered. We're going to cover all of the new reveals for some of your favorite brands. Now, we're only going to cover the new stuff because we've already done videos on Cold Slither, new Retro, new Mainline, Superion, and Devastator. So watch those videos if you want to hear more details about those. But let's stay here for all the new stuff that was shown off at Toy Fair. But first, if you do happen to like what we're doing here on the channel, please make sure you hit that like button and think about hitting that subscribe button because we are loving doing this and we want to keep it going. While I mentioned I didn't get to go to Toy Fair, I want to do a big shout out to some of our favorite sites, including HisTank.com, Tformers.com, and ToyArk for providing some amazing coverage. Let's get to some of my favorite new reveals from Toy Fair. First up, we have Transformers, and we've got some Age of the Prime Deluxes to talk about. The first one here is a Generation Crasher, of course, that classic GoBot from back in the day. Next up after that, we have Alchemist Prime, one of those 13 Primes. Neat little truck here. And then the big one, Vortex, Combaticon Vortex. Looking really good, and you know what that means. Bruticus is coming and on his way. Next up, we have Onyx Prime, who looks really cool. I have to admit, really cool as one of those 13 Primes. Of course, Void Rivals making a showing featuring that classic Jetfire Siege mold. And then we have Hot Wheels Cross Transformers, which features apparently die-cast vehicles that do turn into Transformers. You've got two classic Hot Wheels vehicles here that do turn into Transformers. That is a different, really interesting crossover. Of course, that Mattel friendship continuing. Then we move on from there to see some more promotional shots. Of course, we've got this Perceptor with the 2-pack of tapes. I'm really interested in the Rat Pack. I'm really curious about that packaging color. It's really different. Then we have the Studio Series Transformers Devastation 2-pack, which has those two drones. Of course, you've got the car, you've got the jet, and they look really, really, really nice. I hope they continue with this series. Of course, we've got Prime coming as well. And after that, we've got some new guys. So we've got that Cybertron Hotshot repaint, which has always done good. And then, of course, you have the Cybertron Sideways as well. Classic characters. Moving right on to G.I. Joe Classified, which had a huge showing at Toy Fair. We finally get to see that Cold Slither 2025 SDC box. Of course, it looks like the stage that they're performing on. So it's pretty cool. It's really big. That exclusive is going to be expensive. Moving on from there, we get to see the Snake box. And I don't think anyone was prepared to see how big this thing was. You can indeed fit a figure inside of it. Really cool. I'm assuming it's going to be really pricey. Looking cool though. Then we get to see the Claw up close, which was previously revealed at another show. Then we get to see that next wave coming. We've got Footloose, we got the Frag Viper, Blowtorch, close up of Footloose, who looks like Pedro Pascal for some reason, but really nice. The Frag Viper looks cool. His face is very scary looking. And then we have Blowtorch with that big flame effect. He's classic. And then we've got Darklon with that alternate face. He comes with an alternate face, so that's cool. And then we've got this Retro Breaker, who I think should have been Retro Carta, but he's the main line. Then we have kind of the first look at Crystal Ball, who, not my favorite character, but he does look pretty good. Of course, we've got that Deluxe Law and Order. First time seeing him in the package. Going to be really cool. A lot of accessories with him as well. And then this is something new, and I'm really surprised this showed up here because we have a Night Force 2-pack featuring Beachhead and Quick Kick. And Night Force is usually Walmart, so I expect this to kind of show up at the Walmart Collector Con in a couple weeks. So we'll see how that works out. Of course, everyone should know by now that M.A.S.K is back and better than ever. Loyal Subjects has revived the brand, and we've got a showing for you. Of course, first up we have Condor, that classic green helicopter bike. Then we got Matt Tracker and his Thunderhawk back again to save the world. Followed up by Mr. Miles Mayhem and that classic Switchblade helicopter jet set. We have Mr. Matt Tracker back again with nothing but the Rhino, which is super hard to complete for Vintage One, and I'm so glad this is being reissued. It is so cool. Of course, this is all being released by loyal subjects and is scheduled to be available for pre-order sometime during the summer, hopefully with a September release date, with a $30, $50, $70, $99 price point. So those are our highlights from Toy Fair 2025. Let me know in the comments what you think is the best thing you've seen here so far. And while you're here, why not watch another video?